the plane in Marquette, you see.
Connor has the puck. And a great shot. One for Rebecca. Rebecca score. There it is. Oh, Connor gets the first score of the game.
Takes the game over early. It's Burley hits a three. Leo scores. Running back another way for the Raiders. Burley shot. Score! Sophie Burley finds the back of the net from the face-off circle, and with 1:14 to go, the Raiders take a 3-2 lead.
Welcome to an all-new Black-Red Blitz. I'm your host, Rebecca Cahn. Kicking off this episode, we start first with one of the biggest football games of the week in the Bay State Conference. Both standing in at 2-0, the Raiders would collide with their rivals, the Natick Redhawks, on Friday, at their home away from home at Weston High School. Well, on this night, the field may look a little different, but under new quarterback junior Jack Tishman, what still looks the same is Wellesley's offense taking care of business in their first two victories on the road. And they're showing no signs of slowing down. So on this first quarter opening drive of their own 40-yard line, Braintree gets things quickly rolling on the ground, all the way inside the Redhawks 35. Then, eating up a ton more yardage on carries by Scott Westerman, and again Braintree finishes right here as he finds the end zone. And on that opening drive, the Raiders set the tone here and strike for 7 to take the early lead. After going 3 and out on their first possession, Natick looks for anything to keep their next drive alive. So on 3rd and 6, quarterback Christian D'Antonio lofts it high and perfectly underthrown to Deontay Moore for a Raiders key interception. So behind that clutch pick, Wellesley has that momentum and once again drives the ball downfield, all on the ground. And after Jack Tishman's solid run, Scott Westerman rumbles through the Natick defense, making it look easy as the first quarter comes to a close. So a great field position again, the second quarter opens up, and Wellesley wastes no time at all, as Braintree finds the end zone for his second touchdown of the first half. And the Raiders are in control here, up 14-0. Raiders' running game so far in these first two quarters looks fantastic, and Brendan Dolan adds to it on this end-around. Taking the pitch out from Jack Tishman, Dolan barrels down the sidelines for a first down and plenty more. After multiple penalties and this key sack by Matt Castaldo that backs up Wellesley for a rare huge loss, Raiders will throw an incompletion on 3rd down. So now it's 4th down and 18 yards to go. With just about 20 seconds left to this second quarter though, why punt when you have a pretty much unstoppable offense on the field so far in this game? So just when Natick finally thinks they've made a defensive stop, the Raiders go for it. Jack Tishman under pressure airs it deep to Brendan Dolan. Dolan briefly runs out of bounds downfield, but comes back in just in time for a fantastic catch. But is it a touchdown when a ref threw his hat off? Well, it feels like forever as we wait for the call by the refs, and it's ruled a touchdown for Brendan Dolan. Natick is furious, while the rest of us are all happy there is an instant replay in high school sports. Wellesley just continues to dominate and takes a 21-0 lead into the half. And that defensive dominance we saw in the first half doesn't let up in these next two quarters either, as Redhawks' first half stats consisted of 3 punts by way of 3 and outs and an interception. Natick's inability to even get a first down would also add to their mistakes. Besides being awarded a 1st and 10 way back in the second quarter off a Raiders late hit penalty, the Redhawks' first official first down of the whole game would not come until there was only about 6 minutes left to play in the 4th quarter. Wow. Though Wellesley wouldn't score again here in the 3rd and 4th quarter, honestly they didn't need to. Their offense got them a 3-touchdown lead early, and a downright nasty defense frustrated Natick all game. Leading up to this game, all the talk was about Natick and how they would be the winners of this rival matchup. But I think the Raiders proved they have every right to be talked about just as much in the newspapers, as they dominated Natick, shutting them out 21-0. Well, for girls soccer, after being shut out 3-0 in a tough loss to Natick last week, the Raiders would be coming in on Tuesday looking to put an end to their 3-game losing streak. Standing in their way would be the Dedham Marauders. And early on you can see this is going to be a back and forth battle all game. Allison Witt starts it with a booming kick, and goalie Emma Tolley probably wants a redo here. Tolley completely misjudges how high the ball would bounce, and Caitlin Tchaikovsky takes care of the rest for a Wellesley 1-0 lead. About 8 minutes later, still in the first, Dedham finds a way to come up with the equalizer on this play here, as Hannah Hunter gets by Abby Silverstein and Katie Walsh and finds net for a 1-1 score. But that tie on the board wouldn't last long at all, as Cassidy Sullivan feeds a perfect pass to Nina Heelman, who quickly finds the back of the net. And just like that, Marauders have scored 2 goals unanswered to take the lead for the first time in this game. 2-1 Dedham. But with plenty of time still left, there isn't any panic in these Raiders. Great timing, complete with even better passing, works together on this play here when Caitlin Tchaikovsky passes ahead to Kelsey Zaro. Zaro looks to center it back to Maddie Fleming. Ball gets kicked around, but it finds its way right back to Caitlin Tchaikovsky, and Tchaikovsky in the right place at the right time buries her second goal of the half. And we are tied up once again, 2-2. But as this exciting opening half comes to an end, we will come out on top as we head to the second. But with this game locked in at 2 even, it's really anyone's game here. And Marauders break that tie once again, looking for the go-ahead score on this corner kick. And they get just that as Cassidy Sullivan's try goes right to Kelsey Brennan, who sets and nets that go-ahead goal. 3-2 Marauders. But once again, Wellesley says no problem. We were down by a score before, we can tie this right back up again. Maddie Fleming finds Kelsey Zaro open, and Zaro deep, no hesitation at all, with confidence, lets it fly, and the ball soars just past Tolley's outstretched glove. And yes, we are tied up again. It's now a 3-3 game. Wow. Caitlin Tchaikovsky, already having a great day offensively with 2 scores, tries for the near impossible soccer hat trick, but it's just out of reach. What a battle by this team, as the Raiders jumped out early just to see Dedham score 2 in a row to take a 1-goal lead. Wellesley's response was key as they tied it right back up. Then when they were faced with a 3-2 deficit, fought back again for the key equalizer. And so behind 2 scores by Caitlin Tchaikovsky and 1 by Kelsey Zaro, this is definitely a final tie the Raiders can be proud of. So as Wellesley and Dedham battled hard for that tie in soccer, at the very same time, it would be a much different story for girls volleyball, as the Raiders would pick apart a winless Dedham Marauders team from the very start. Consistently on target with their serves, Wellesley builds an early lead. Behind Maria Battle, multiple aces help Wellesley jump out to a 7-1 advantage in this opening match, already forcing a Marauder timeout. Leading 15-6, another well-executed spike here by Lily Malik helps widen this Raider lead. Emily Calhoun gets the aces flowing Wellesley's way yet again, and controlling possession, this set quickly becomes one-sided. And with Dedham not able to provide any answers, Raiders never come close to giving up their first set lead, and take the opening match here easily, 25-14. And that momentum clearly stays with them in the second as well, running away with that set, 25-11. So with it looking like a Raiders sweep is definitely coming in this third, it's also a great time to get the starters some rest and give some quality minutes to the bench. So in this third, Wellesley is able to do exactly that. Grace Giacomo here delivers on the kill as Raiders offense just keeps clicking. Then Milani Ching puts her playing minutes to good use, finishing on the dig, set, spike routine. And once again, the Raiders are easily controlling this match. Susanna Buckley lays down a resounding kill, adding to that 16-9 Wellesley advantage. And the Raiders are well on their way to a quick and commanding 3-0 sweep over the Marauders. And so with their 7th victory of the season coming here, it's the Raiders who now stand atop the Horde in first place. Well, coming off a key win on the road at Natick, boys soccer would finally be back at home at Sprague on Thursday, looking to take care of a very talented Braintree squad, who would probably be first place in the carry division right now, if not for Brookline. So let's get right to the action here in this opening period. Raiders with possession. Corner kick by Will Corkill is a beauty. Edward Lash's try is deflected, but the ricochet goes right back to Lash, and this time that ball is going to find the back of that net. And with that score, Wellesley takes the lead 1-0. The Raiders would hold that 1-0 edge deeper into this match as we fast forward to about the middle of the second half. Braintree, so far denied, gets a chance here and don't waste it. Ryan Mangan's initial shot here gets stuffed just enough by Anders Pinot, but as he dives, Brian Carney buries the rebound for the key equalizer. and the Wamps tie it up here 1-1. But there's still time here in this second as both sides would continue to look for that go-ahead score. Both teams would have their chances to take the lead. But neither the Wamps or the Raiders could cash in on those scoring opportunities, as strong team defense would solidify this 1-1 tie. And as time expires, that would also become the final here at Sprague as well. But a tie certainly isn't a loss, so Wellesley remains in second place in the Horde behind Walpole, who just so happens to be their next opponent to face back on the road next Wednesday. The field hockey would also be back here at Sprague on Friday. Thanks to 3 wins and a tie in their last 4 games, it's not just their record that has improved. That offensive spark this team was looking for has become even more consistent. And mix that in with their dominating defense that just never seems to fail them, this team is sure fun to watch. Well, this match at home against Braintree would be a tough one for sure. Early on for Wellesley, the opportunities would be there as Raiders would be awarded multiple penalty corner tries in the first half. But in this game that's still scoreless, the minutes would quickly pass by here in the opening half. And just as the Raiders are getting something going again offensively deep in their end, the horn blows, which is kind of frustrating. But at least it's not as frustrating as, say, Braintree, who have seen 25 minutes tick away and have no shots at all on goal. So as we still remain locked in a scoreless tie deeper into the second period we go, Raiders still are trying to be aggressive around the crease, hoping for any results. On the other end, the lone chance here for the Wamps comes on this play here when Delia Lee takes down goalie Sinclair Vanderhoort. And still, nobody from Braintree can score, as Raiders defense comes up big yet again. The Wellesley misses on probably their best chance here. The statement on this game is, if Wellesley can't erase the 0 on the scoreboard, well, neither can Braintree. So the 0-0 tie here would become the final, as both teams played a very quick, defensive-driven game. Wellesley definitely battled hard in their scoreless draw, and so for now, stand in at 6-2-2 on the season, as they look to put all their focus now on their next challenge, facing their nemesis Walpole on the road. Well, that may be it for this episode, but there's plenty more Raiders action to come. But in the meantime, if you missed any games or highlights, then check us out on demand at wellesleymedia.org. Our Facebook and YouTube pages at Wellesley Public Media, and of course right here on Comcast 9 and Verizon 39. Thanks for watching Black Red Blitz. Go Raiders!